Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 4 of the anime series, Hibike Euphonium. And I have to admit to being somewhat surprised at just how swiftly we managed to attain a level of resolution in the ongoing unfolding dynamic that was basically going on between Mizori and Nozomi, respectively. And much as I speculated, Kumiko was very much at the center of it all, being the only girl among all of them who was able to accumulate all of these loose strands of information and really kind of try to put those puzzle pieces together, even if she was still left grasping at straws as to exactly what it was, what the motivations were for Mizori in just becoming physically ill, hearing Nozomi playing the flute and being in her presence and all this kind of stuff. And she's even feeling somewhat guilty that she hasn't been able to reveal to Nozomi what exactly Asuka-senpai had revealed to her about Asuka's own, motivations in not wanting Nozomi to be a part of the band class anymore. And I just found it all highly intriguing and emotional, and it was really satisfying to finally get the leg up on what exactly it was that was so plaguing Mizori in this episode. It was very much along the lines of my speculation that there was a level of, feeling having been betrayed by Nozomi for Nozomi's walking away. It was Nozomi who had come to her in the first place, become her first friend. Mizori is kind of in the extreme, a wallflower, somebody who is very not able to communicate with others and be interactive and sociable. And so I think a large part of her life was being encapsulated, was being internal and enclosed within herself. And it really took Nozomi's prompting to be her friend, talk her into getting into band, that guided her along this path of artistic bliss, if you will. The idea of this music and learning an instrument, they were doing this together. It was very much, they were the best of friends. They were sisters along this journey. And when Nozomi walked away, it was like a nuclear blast, for Mizori. She just felt completely and utterly shocked and disillusioned because Nozomi never came to her. She never felt she had to, but there was also a level of her not wanting to, because that would dismantle what Mizori had built up for herself. And it's really that great level of characterization that I just so appreciate in this series, whether it's the interpersonal connectivity between these characters, their friendships, their adversarial ties when they're butting heads and all this kind of stuff. It is so expertly done, and I really just love how relatable it all is for anyone who has ever been in public school, especially, but if you've ever been young, that's everybody, unless you come from a planet I'm not familiar with, and aging isn't a thing there. Pretty much everybody has gone through something like this before, where there's a lack of communication, where people you think are your friends, maybe they aren't thinking about that relationship dynamic that you have going on with them in a similar fashion to how you are. It's also a level of, you could say, borderline. If you are crushing on someone and you try to expose how you're feeling about them, and there's a level of rejection, it's what Marty McFly's father instilled in Marty, this idea of, well, if I take a chance, if I take a gamble, they could shoot me down, and I will be then really sad about life and what I'm trying to accomplish, and I don't want to take that risk for that fear of exposing that aspect of my feelings and thoughts, these very personal things to me. And so it was a multi-tiered level of betrayal for Mizori in her mind, in her heart. And it was really great along those lines to see such support in these surrounding characters to Mizori and Nozomi, Yuko and Natsuki respectively, very much akin to Kumiko's not wanting to let it go, wanting to try to help in some way. Are these two girls doing that in their friendship and their support? It was really emotional to see the breaking down between Yuko and Mizori, especially because Yuko, for all intents and purposes, all through the first season, she was kind of a bitch. I really didn't like her all that much, and she really is a character that has become warmed to me over the last couple of episodes because we're really getting to know her a little more. She's actually not being as selfish as it seemed as though she was being in the first season. She's being selfless. trying to make the scenario as good as it can be for Missouri, and seeing that even still, even with everything that they've mutually shared, Missouri still hasn't gotten over that idea of how important Nozomi was to her, that she felt that betrayal and she felt that sense of rejection. And you basically have Yuko saying, was what I have been doing for you, was everything we've done together, was it all for naught? Did it not mean anything? Didn't it mean something to win when we did, in the past competition? Didn't that make you happy like it did everyone else? And this confrontation, it was something that needed to happen for these characters, and it all kind of left me wondering, will Nozomi actually be welcomed back into the band class now that everything has been said and done, all the feelings and thoughts were exposed, were made to be revealed, and these girls can only be, I would think, that much faster friends for it. I see them coming together almost as a unit, and how much, well fitted that'll be in this idea of focusing on the competition yet to come. Seeing these girls, working together and practicing and perfecting, learning the new music that they have to for it and all this kind of stuff. And that also leads me to wonder, well, now that, in the absence of the ongoing drama, what was going on between Missouri and Nozomi, does this mean, because of, sort of the way we leave the episode between Kumiko and Asuka, that we're actually going to delve more into Asuka's life? I believe they said at one point that this is like her last year being involved, and she kind of wants to go out with a bang, I think. I think she's really looking toward trying to win, because she wants to basically leave things on an upward swing. And I would love to get to know her more, because she is such an enigma, and hopefully seeing the relationships, prosper for it, and just leaves me excited to see where we're going from here. So yeah, otherwise it'll be pretty much it for me on this. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.